We saw this really weird tablecloth at Ikea, and I just fell in love with it. And I'm like, it would make amazing Renfest garb. So let's make it into something. I ended up actually getting 2 of them just to make sure I have enough fabric. I'm going to take out the stitching. If you use the knob side down, it's super quick work. I was really hoping to find this red for the lining, but I couldn't. So I ended up going with this really kind of very pretty pumpkin pie orange. It's not quite coming up on camera correctly, but it's got a similar vibe. So now we design. So this is the general idea. It's just my kind of standard doublet with long sleeve. And then I'm going to be doing what's called dagging on the bottom, which is sewing kind of this serrated edge. Very often this is also done in felt, and then you can cut it out and do more complicated patterns. But because the weave of the cotton is kind of loose, I'm afraid to do anything too intricate. So I'm just going to be doing kind of a very basic serrated edge. And that will be both on the bottom of the long doublet and then the long sleeves here. And then to match it up here, I've got a hat that I believe is called a chaperone. I think I may be pronouncing that incorrectly. But what it actually is, although I'm not going to be making it that way just because I don't have time, is that it's one of those hoods, you know, the silly little hoods that's got like the funny mantle down here, the long thing. And they basically like flip it inside out and like roll it up and put it on a hat. And that became such a popular fashion they just started making hats that looked like that. So I'm doing just the hat version. But it's going to basically have like a series of tubes of the serrated edges. And then normally you do kind of a puffed out thing. But the entire point of this is a warm weather outfit. So I don't want to put a literal pillow on my head. So instead it'll just be a stiffened kind of brim that sticks out a little bit. Then I'm going to make a detachable tail here, which is again a remnant of that hood, that will have one serrated edge, so it'll look kind of like a dragon sitting on top of my head. Or a big chicken, one of the two, you know. Little frill is called a coxcomb. I'm gonna look like a chicken. But also because I like variation, I am also going to have just kind of a basic flat cap that will have a tassel, because I just happen to have one that matches really well with the colors. A hat band to go with my top hat. And then if I've got enough left over, I'm going to try and make one of my pop wizard hats too. Just because I think that'd be kind of fun with a little like chicken outfit. So here's the full pattern that you can actually see. Isn't it just gorgeous? I love it so much. I've got 2 layers of the cotton lining and both of the tablecloths all lined up, ironed, everything. I have remade my typical doublet pattern. Only on the bottom I've done this kind of serrated pattern. Alright, time to pin and cut all this. Alright, now for transferring the pattern for the dagging, I use this scary little device. Here's a bit of the cotton, and if I push really hard, you can see it leaves that little line of dots. While that doesn't damage the fabric, it'll keep long enough that I can use it as a marker for where to stitch. Then I have to deal with all this messy chalky paper. And that'll make this process really good for these really long pieces. And obviously I'm doing this on a stack of newspaper, so I'm not wrecking my table. Alright, for the serrated edges, I am just using my free motion foot and just literally like guiding it through here. I'm not very good, so it's not coming out super well, but it'll be a little bit better when it's flipped inside out. That saves me from having to like turn the fabric every 5 seconds. So you kind of pick your poison on that one. I kind of ran out of time and just finished it, but here it is. I think it's really fabulous. It is very comfortable. The sleeves are very fun to wear. I just love how the colors turned out. It's so vibrant. And I have actually worn this out a couple of times and people really respond well to it. Here is the back of it. Just very fall, very vibrant. And these sleeves are removable with these ties that can just become a vest. And of course I've got the hats. So the first hat is just kind of a very basic skull cap. I centered the flower on the top and have this little tassel. Just very simple. Second hat is just a hat band on a top hat. It's in no way historically accurate. I do really like wearing top hats with my outfits out of the Renaissance. Thank you for that. And then, of course, the much more historically correct chaperone, or I think that's how you pronounce it, with all of this fun little feathery detail, which is, of course, just a hollow tube. And then a long piece that goes around that I can wrap around that goes down the back. But honestly, I ended up actually just kind of hanging it down like this, just because I like the way it looked better. I ended up not actually wearing this very much. It's kind of a lot. Ended up actually being my favorite is my pop-up wizard hat, just because it's most comfortable and also provides the most sun protection. But also, I think just works really well with this outfit. Definitely very kind of like wizardy vibes. But it's a beautiful hat with a nice big brim, kind of a curved side, and of course that bright orange lining. But yeah, that's how I ended up wearing it, and it's probably my new favorite outfit.